Hello everyone, this is Andrew from Mega A1 Thunder Force, and hopefully by now you've all seen my, I dare call it a rant on just how terrible Sky Fortress Act 1 is in Sonic 4 Episode 2. But now I'm here to talk about the good, because it felt wrong to just leave it at complaining about that game, because there are some very good points. So I'm here to just point out two small changes to exactly how Sonic feels that made this game a whole lot better than previous titles. The first change is one to Tails. Yes, Tails, the annoying character you always made your little sister play as, or who ended up as the blacksmith in Sonic and the Black Knight. See, they brought back the tag actions from Sonic Advance 3 to great effect in this game, which give you the option to, when you missed a prize box or TV or whatever they're called, you can tag in and fly back up there. Or when you've fallen into a pit, you can just tag and fly yourself back up. But it doesn't just end at flying. You can say you're running from one of those giant polar bear monsters in the snow level. You can tag into that awesome somersault thing, that's double spin dash, and plow right through that guy. Or even when you're in a swimming area, which are some of the most notoriously awful parts of Sonic games, you can just tag in and get that awesome underwater swimming thing that Tails had in some of the older games. See, what they did was they took a character that was not one of the fan favorites, and they made him very useful and integral to the gameplay, so he's not nearly as annoying when they put him in aesthetically. The second gameplay change I want to talk about today seems like it is related to the tag action, but it is more an unintended side effect, and that is that now when you are Supersonic, you can tag out of being Supersonic, which seems like a really small change, but in reality it's absolutely game-changing for those of us who like to use Supersonic throughout their run through the game. So you take a look at what happens when you hit one of the numerous dead areas in Sonic, where you're just holding the right button because they're doing something cinematic, or you're on a particularly long straight stretch. If you're Supersonic during these, you're wasting a ton of rings because Supersonic takes one ring every second. And those rings could be saved for a boss fight so you can maintain super form longer, or you could just be using them for your score at the end of the level, and these dead areas are just a total waste of rings. But in Sonic 4 Episode 2, you can say when you get to those cannon things in Sky Fortress Zone Act 3, I believe it is, you can just tag out, and when you go through those cannons that do the cool back and forth on the screen thing, you can save all those rings for when you need them later in the level. And see, that would pose the immediate problem of you being able to switch in and out of Supersonic at will, and then just turn it on whenever you're about to get hit. But then they take it even a step further by making it so that no longer when you run Supersonic too long, you end up with one ring and you go back to being Sonic, but you actually end up with 0 rings and end up as Sonic. See, that's a big part, because now Supersonic, instead of feeling like a button that you turn on and will go on for X amount of time, while you can just wreck absolutely everything while doing it, it becomes a choice that you need to turn on and turn off to consciously choose what you're doing, and seeing if that is worth the time as Supersonic, because if you overuse Supersonic, you're going to end up totally screwed when you have 0 rings on whatever part of the level you end up with 0 rings on. So to sum it all up, I'm not here to say that Sonic 4 is without its faults, but those are two changes that are very significant to the gameplay that just make Sonic feel better. It makes everything smoother and just makes the whole game feel nicer as a result. That's all I got for today. Subscribe if you like this video. I'll see y'all next time.